We are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft as we are live with episode number 157. And today, like I said, we are joined by not one, but two very special guests here as we have the duo known as the Golden Glovers, King Cesar Bambino and Landon Hernandez. What's going on, guys? Good evening. What's
Yeah.
up?
What's up, Ray? How you doing, man?
What's good, man?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to finally be able to have you guys. It's been a very requested. I've been getting a lot of comments to finally have you guys on. We had talked about setting it up before, but it's just timing is always an issue. But finally, we're all good now. We're all set.
Bro,
Stars finally aligned, so now we finally got to have this great, great intro, and love to have it, man.
definitely thank you so much for having us on, man. We appreciate
Oh, definitely, definitely. I'm glad we could finally make this work, and now we're finally here. So let's get into it. Before we start with all the questions, I do want to ask you guys because I have a lot. We have to start with the question I ask everyone that comes on. You guys heard the name of the show. It's called Respect the Craft. So when you hear that term, for each of you, I want to know when you hear the term the craft, what does that mean for you?
it. Craft is the art of pro wrestling. It's a beautiful sport. It's a dance, but at the same time, it's something that I cherish a lot and want to keep sacred and keep near and dear to my heart.
Gotcha. And for you?
Me, it's like the craft. It's it's literally like an art form, in my opinion. Like to just pretty much like go off of what he said, but it's like the art form, and you have to have your own craft. You have to craft your perfection in that art form, or to the way you are, to make yourself put your legacy based off of how you applied that craft in that art form. So it's like pretty much ultimately like what you do to showcase what you're willing to put out there, in my opinion.
Gotcha. No, that's perfect. Again, right there. Two very different but very similar definitions as well. So love to hear it. So let's now go into this. Usually, again, the cliche question for these conversations is always, so what was it that got you into wrestling? But I want to usually find out more of what is it that made you decide to want to not only fall in love with it, not only get want to be a fan of the business, but decide I want to be a part of it now. Was there that moment? Was there something that was like, that's it, like I have to do this? Not only just do I enjoy watching it, I now want to be a part of this as well.
As a kid growing up in Lower East Side of Manhattan, and I had my uncle. One of my uncles, he's like 8 years older than me, so he's like an older brother, really. He just he soaked it all in. So as a kid growing up, I remember just watching, getting everything on like illegally and everything, just doing all that on the red box and all that. And
I was gonna say, shout out to those black boxes. Everyone knows.
black boxes came in clutch back in the day.
Exactly.
And me personally, my mom too. My mom, like, she was a big rock head. Like, she loved the Rock, so she would only watch wrestling just so she can see the Rock. But me, I was more like Edge and all those other guys. So, like, seeing him and the Hardys in WrestleMania 17 and seeing that spear, I was just like, holy crap! Like, that's like, I still remember watching it as a kid and just seeing that happen. And then growing up, actually being into like theater arts and stuff like that, and not really feeling the whole dancing and singing part, but actually portraying a character, and that's what I fell in love with. But I also wanted to be physical, so I needed to find that perfect in between of something that I can be creative and be, I guess, theatrical and be myself, but also have that fight, have that sense of physicality, for me to stay intrigued and stay interested. So luckily, I found pro wrestling, and this is exactly where I want to be at.
Gotcha.
I want to say it's similar, but I could say it's almost the same way. Where it's like I had older cousins that I was growing up with, watching old school ECW, WCW, WWE, flipping the channels and whatnot every Monday night, and then every like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we're sitting there watching ECW. Then that next morning, we out in the park just practicing those moves in the jungle gym on each other. So it got to that point where we're watching it now. We're like imitating our favorite wrestlers, and then it's like, okay, now wrestling here. Now they're wrestling all ROH. They're wrestling overseas. So now we're trying to keep up with them. So that's kind of how like I started getting into it, where it's just like I had like Samoa Joe, Homicide, following those guys because it's like I felt like those were like the type of guys like that best embraced me and like where I came from, but like still in that realm. So like as I got older, I was always athletic. I was always in the sports, playing basketball, baseball, football, all the way up into college.
Especially baseball.
Especially baseball. You get what I'm saying? Like you, fastball, you can't see that. You ain't gonna see it. On top of that, that's the problem. You're not gonna see it.
I think that came in handy eventually. We're gonna get into that where that comes in handy later on. But before we get into more questions and more stuff, I do want to talk to you. We have a comment here. You guys were very interested in one of the last interviews I had. So now we get the rebuttal here. As we have Sammy Chaos saying, tell Bam you're gonna cash these hands. Love Sammy.
Hey, I'm just all I said was I had the match with her boyfriend. He definitely gave me the hand. So I'm just saying, like, if the couple is like that, I at least like to see if who really wears the pants in that relationship. That's all I'm.
Sammy, that's him, right?
So now that we're here, again, I like you guys. I've had many convos with you guys, but poking the cliche statement, poking the bear here. Do you guys really want to do that?
You
You
guys,
got hit with a doctor bomb not too long ago on Battle Club X.
So Lando always asks me why do I like pick fights with guys?
it's all the time. It's all the time.
I don't know. I think I'm just I just like a challenge. She's one of them challenges and whatnot. So I just want to just to see where I stand. Nothing against where I stand.
I've been in there. It's nowhere you want to be.
That's the problem. I want to.
Oh man, this is one of those again. It's at this point you're gonna. Oh, there we go. Sammy saying you're not smart here.
No,
I'm not rap too tight, man. I can't help it, man. Like there's a reason. I don't know. I didn't tap out. I mean, I don't know.
it's
Maybe
true. We did.
I it'll take a lot more than just
Gotcha. Hey, again, it's that fighting spirit. So now let's get into this. Let's start talking now a little bit of how do we get here? How do we get to the golden glovers, I should say. My apologies. The golden glovers now being a team here. How did this union begin for you two?
Honestly, it happened kind of organically. We were just at training one day. Everyone knows me. My first day at training, I was wearing. So like, I'm diehard Met.
and
Say anything you want. That's my team.
with that shirt. Hey, buddy, he was already my friend. That was already my guy.
So then one day, just we were just just shooting the breeze. It would be cool if we have this. Actually, proper. Let's do this. Let's properly do this baseball thing. I've seen this baseball thing done a lot of times, but I want to do it different. Where I want to actually, look like those guys that want to be in like a bases clearing, like in a bench clearing brawl. That's what I want to be. I want to be those guys that like yeah, like we might not be like these star players on the team that are going to be hitting bombs and doing like that, but we're going to be the guys that are going to fight.
Exactly.
All right, and that's how we are.
Like, look out for us. One of us is gonna come after you. It's one or the other. Like, you mess with him, I'm coming after you, and vice versa. So it's like we establish that as far as like fights, but like we also love the game. We love wrestling. We love sport. We love our Mets. Top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I feel like that's just an organic thing. Like I've been playing basketball since I was 4. So it's pretty wrestling for me go hand in hand. These are things that I've been growing up with. So just they always say that the best characters are the ones that are just an extension of yourself. And it's like this is exactly I'm me. No matter what, I'm always going to talk crap about my Mets. I'm always going to boo the Yankees and do all that stuff. That's just That's how I was born and raised. You know,
Exactly.
that's it.
So it's like the way I look at it, he grew up in like parallel universes. Like everything he did, I did, and it's like it molded us to the way we are. And it's just like for somehow, some way, destiny just was just like, okay, like this is the yin, this is the yang,
That's it.
and like now y'all two need to get together and then create what y'all need to create. So I feel like it's really was just destiny, honestly, because it's just like wrestling, Mets fan as a baby, growing up, and how it's like both rowdy.
Gotcha. No, that's perfect right there.
Yeah,
You get that real. Just it's connecting the pieces here. It's already that story already perfectly being told already. And here we go. I guess we have another Mets fan in the chat right here. Let's fucking go. But no, wait. So now that last statement, I got to get back at. So you guys are booing the Yankees, but you'll cheer for the Mets.
always.
Yeah, of course.
So we're gonna end the interview now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I'm done.
Listen,
Like how you gonna tell you're gonna come on my show and then boo the Yankees?
yes, because
Like,
I don't respect.
here's my gripe. You guys have 27. I want one.
but that's not on us. But again, I feel you. I understand though. I get it. It's one of those where we'll still throw the shade at you guys because it's like you guys will make it there, but then you'll choke at the end. So it's okay. It's okay.
Again, all right.
Bill's character.
See, look at this. Look at this. We got the good brother Dave Rivera. He's backing it up. Look at that. Look at that. Yankees all day. See, he agrees. He wants me to get you out of there. That's it. That's it. But see, he's also being nice though. He's saying my guys. There you go. That loyalty.
Honestly, be nice to. Only Yankee fan in my entire life. You know what?
Well, you, Ray. You too.
You too. I love you too, my guy too. But as far as like just not talking crap, I think he's the only person. That's only if they're really bad. Then I'll start talking.
Oh, you mean like last night?
Exactly.
Oh, my fault.
Coming soon. Let's not we can't throw everything out there.
The Yankees last night. Horrible. But you know, we're not gonna
Let's keep going. Let's keep going here before again. I'm gonna do what Dave said and just that's it. We'll end it there. But no, let's keep going here. But so now let's talk about this because there is something else, especially when it comes to that bond there, getting together at train and becoming very close at the Fallout shelter. I want to talk to you guys about being a part of, even again, Bam said it the other day, being truly OGs of the system there, being OGs of that class. Bam legit being a part of, we'll show the picture there, of the first bunch being a part of the Fallout shelter there. And then look at that there. We got the nice family picture, everyone being there. So for you guys, how was that? And just that feeling of now seeing what the Fallout shelter was to now what it's become and where it continues to go, not only with Fallout, but Battle Club and just that whole family there.
OG go first.
It's literally like a dream come true. Like everything Joe Kim said he wanted to do is like literally coming to fruition. And it's like it is like it started off small because it was me and my man D-Lo and whatnot, and it was like that for like a little while. And then like after a while it just started rapidly growing. After like a few, like 2 months, everybody just started. That's when everybody, like the regulars now, that's when everybody just started coming in. Mm-hmm. Lando was at least like the second or third batch that came in, the second or third class that came in right after me. And then as soon as like everybody, it was like that atmosphere that Joe created, it was like a dream come true in a sense. It's like everybody's killers, everybody wants to go out there and get it, but we're all supportive of each other at the same time. Exactly. So it's like, yeah, Sammy is out here killing it, and we're all gonna back her for that. You know what I'm saying? Jordy's out here killing it, and we're gonna back her for that. But at the same time, like when we are in a match with either one of them, we're gonna sit there and put on a banger. Mm-hmm. At the same time, like we're gonna go to war. So that's just the mentality that he already instilled. He's already planning on instilling in us from the jump. So it's literally like just a dream come true. That's pretty much it.
You know, at the end of the day, it's like this isn't the only Fallout. You know, but the same thing we've talked. We want to go everywhere. We want to have fall out. Well, I said, I have anything we want to do because at the end of the day, he's given us the space to grow, giving us the space to be who it is, to to be the performers that we want to be, and also the people that we want to be. You know, not everyone's perfect. I feel like we have the luxury to fail here and make it up and not be, not feel too bad on ourselves. Yeah, we do get down because at the end of the day, we do expect better of ourselves, but we're always right there to pick each other up and just hang our heads high because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, you know? And like Bam said, yeah, we are family once we're here, but also when we're in that ring, we're gonna go to war because that's exactly how we were taught and that's how we were trained and that's what we're gonna do, and there's no other place I'd rather be than right here at Fallout. I'm so happy to have coaches and have people who want us to succeed and want us to do all these other things and now seeing the progress and now seeing where that's going is very just it's just a breath of fresh air. It's a dream that we both have that I personally felt was so far away, and the fact that they make us realize that no, it's right here. Just do the work, put your head down and just work, and I promise you'll get it. And those promises are coming true. And that's what inspires us and motivates us to keep wanting to go and keep wanting to, put our bodies through this because at the end of the day, this is going to go somewhere, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Gotcha. No, and definitely again to see you guys that evolution. I've loved to seeing what the coaches again have instilled in you guys. That you could see that every person I've talked to from the Fallout shelter, that mentality, it showcases very well. Like those little tips, those little things, it comes through, and again, it comes through genuinely. It's not one of those that it's like, oh yeah, we're promoting here, and I've said it countless times. And again, I think Joe's gonna get tired of me saying it. I truly feel like Fallout is one of the best schools to go to right now because again, you have so many different mindsets you're learning from. You have just a variety of coaches there that all have different experiences, different backgrounds, and it all gives a benefit for the students. And the next one's coming up. Like you guys, again, I got to talk to Sammy, seeing what she's done, talking to you guys now. It shows what they've done has truly paved that next way and that next wave for the business.
And like honestly, it's like they get they just do, and I feel like it's like so much gratitude for just every single coach, because it's like they all help in their own separate ways, and then it's still nurturing us to a point where we can still grow as our own individuals. So it's not like they'll tell us like, oh no, this is the wrong way, do it this way. It's more like, hey, check this out, see what you think about it, and then if you feel like it works, try it that way. So it's like I'm not sure if you remember you had that interview with Pena a few weeks back. He was talking about the kid that he sends the Japanese stuff to. That was me. He was talking about. So he just puts me onto that stuff, and it's like I try my best to try to incorporate his style and like the Japanese style into my stuff because I feel like it fascinates me to the point where it's like I'm studying it to the like I'm learning the history, and then it's like I'm showing him stuff. He wants to try to incorporate his style, and he shows me his style because from stuff that Coach Masha shows him, and he incorporates his movesets that she shows him, and now whatever movesets that we're both learning, we incorporate it together, and now it's a multitude of
It's a lot of chefs in one kitchen, but not like overwhelming.
Exactly.
Each one.
That I feel like that's the perfect thing though, because usually when you hear that, it's like, okay, that usually leads to almost some chaos. But with this, it's led to almost that perfect harmony there of like you have so many different chefs in there, but they're creating a recipe that again, it can't be replicated here. We're seeing just
They're not trying to cook over each other. They're just trying to give like they're trying to give ingredients to enhance the dish if we're gonna keep it food based.
and it works though. Sometimes you got to use the metaphors in there, and the symbolism is working. And then again, it shows with you guys. You guys are also doing it. You guys have been killing it. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit, but I do have to ask because we talked about the training. We're talking about that, but what was it for each of you that made you decide to go to the Fallout? What was it that caught your eye about, especially for you, Bam? I want to ask you first about it because it was at his developmental stage. For you, what was it that made you decide, you know what, this is new, but there's something about it that I have to go?
So at first, when I first was trying to get into wrestling, it was just like wrong place, wrong time. Like trying to find a school and just seeing like, okay, like they already got this set of guys that I was like, okay, I don't see no growth in those schools. And it's like on top of that, it's like I was financially wasn't stable to like be able to handle tuition for certain schools. So thank God. I bless. I think every day I thank the Jobby Tears podcast because I was following them. I was fans of them at first, just was listening to their podcast because they was just talking about stuff that I honestly and truly like just enjoyed. They was promoting the beginning of Fallout, the beginning of the opening house. So that first post, I liked it. Hit them up. I asked them for more information. They sent me to the school, hit the school up, and they said come. And then from there on in, it was that was the story.
It's crazy.
Gotcha.
It's kind of similar with me, man. Again, was at another school. Uh, didn't work out for me. Uh, took 2 years off and like just really, 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 really sat down and thought about it. Thought about what I wanted to do. This is, I still had that drive to do it. I was actually following. I've been following the gift god Joe K forever. So like seeing him put, him being the founder of this school as well, and me seeing him put up, where to go, and I just finally told myself I'm done. I'm done waiting. I have to do this and I have to go. Um, and then coming to the school and seeing that, I had coaches like Mike Law and Santi and stuff like that. Law, I've been following him forever. Like it's crazy because like when he dove through that chair, I showed this to my mom, and my mom was like, oh my god, and that like my mom was just like, holy shit. But then now it's funny because I show her like, oh mom, do you know the guy who jumped through the chair? Like that's that's one of my coaches, and and just being around the business and just wanting to having having that little taste of it, and I guess having it ripped away from you made me want it even more. At this point, I don't want to. I'm not trying to be like too negative about everything. I just want like to feed that inner child of mine. So I just want to make that 5-year-old kid happy. Just like if I would have told him what we're doing some odd years from now, he'd be freaking out. So like for me, just being here, like I don't care what I'm doing anymore. Like I just want to be a part. That's it. Whether I'm building up a ring, whether I'm backstage, I know that this industry is where I want to be for the rest of my life. So I just have to get my foot in, and the fact that I have my foot in now, that I don't want to go anywhere else. This is exactly where I want to be. So happy I found this place where I can, get back into it, and where I felt like I was super rusty, and now getting back into it, I now have that confidence that I can do this. We can do this.
You was
Gotcha.
already first. Like because it's just like when I first joined, I was still like my first few days. It's like literally the first few days of Fallout was the first few days of my training. So it's like my infancy is their infancy. So he was already training a couple, like
I was training for like 3 months, and then took 2 years off.
but it's like whatever he was like I was messing up on, yo, bro, this is how you got to do it, and it's just like
Because again, at the end of the day, I'll always have that team mentality. You pick your man up. I've been a part of team sports my entire life. So it's not you fail and you're alone. No, we are going to do this together because your work reflects on all of us. So the least I can do is make sure that you're getting it as well.
Gotcha. No, and again, that's perfect right there, and that shows it's one of those I'll continue to say it. Why I feel like the Fallout shelter and the system there just it works because it truly is everyone helping each other get through. It's everyone wanting, especially if you're willing to put in the work. Everyone wanting to make sure you guys are all winning there, and that's great to see.
Exactly, man.
okay.
Here we go. We got Chris Bart in the chat as well saying the boys. And here we go. Chris Barton putting you guys over here saying these guys are going to go very far. Love y'all. Y'all keep growing and progressing. There we go.
Love you, man.
I love the big man.
I can't wait to get in there with him and De Niro. What?
Yo,
What?
they was already on our list. Like we created that list.
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, you guys are progressing the show already. Hold on, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Barton, Barton and De Niro, you look up to them. Like, hey, like those are guys that like whenever they're go ask them, hey, you like how do you how do you think about this like this? We have a match. First thing we come out, hey guys, come here. Gotta talk to you.
Whenever they talk, it's notes.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's the best way.
It's like they put us under the wing, but it's like at this point now it's like we got to see how we can handle ourselves against them. Yeah. At the same.
Gotcha.
That test.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it's that testing of it. It's testing, seeing like, okay, we made it to the dance. Now, can we truly hang in there and do that dance in there? But now let's talk about this because it's one of those to again build that bond. It's one of those to have that team mentality. But now let's translate it into now you guys are in the ring. You guys are now truly a team. How was that process for you guys to now feel each other out and truly become the Golden Glovers here?
So now it's applying all those other chefs for just me and him, and now seeing that, the good thing about Bambino is that we've looked up to a lot of the same people, and we know what it is that we want and know what we don't want. So we really like trim the fat, and we also know what we're good at and what we're not good at. So it's like when we come up with ideas for things, we just try to highlight the both of our strengths, but also making it so that not one person is doing more than the other. We both want to have a perfect melting pot and still trying to get in there and still trying to feel it and feel what this tag team is as a unit, and with each match we get, with each opportunity we get, it's the closer we get to figuring out that perfect thing. And once we do, we're oh my god,
yeah, it's like we're just scratching the surface when it comes to just like the way we are coming out with just our concepts, our look, our just anything as far as the way we come out as far as our move sets, anything. It's still a lot of things we're trying to work on, but we have a set base on what we have a strong idea on what we're trying to get to at the same time. So it's I wouldn't say like trial and error, but it's more like, hey, we like this idea. Let's see how it goes. Can we make it work? Let's see how good are we at being able to do it this way, do it that way. He has an idea. It'll be 4:00 in the morning. What you think about this? I like that. Let's try it. It'd be the same thing with me. Like, hey, bro, I know you're on vacation. My fault, bro, but I just had this idea. I gotta come by you. Like, he literally like he was in Arizona just 2 days ago. I called him like 3:00 in the morning. Yo, bro, like I just saw this clip. I gotta show you right quick. You trying to see this? And it's like, hey, and then it's like coaches would send us something like, hey, we think this works for you guys. What you think? Hey, this is one of your move sets that you can easily do. This is something that I can do. Let's apply this to the move set and see how it works.
It's coaches and it's also our manager Bobby Showalter as well.
Yeah, that's the main guy too. That's the main guy.
Like, because again, he knows exactly what it is that we want to do as well. He's, for me personally, he's an old friend. So I've been talking to him about this for a long time. So, he knows what it is I want to do. And now that I'm talking with Bam, he knows, okay, Landon's probably going to jump off something. Bam's going to probably hit him with something else. It's like, we're just going to, that's the yin and yang that we're talking,
Gotcha. No, again, it works so well there. It's perfect. And here we go. Before we keep going, we got more comments that I want to make sure we get to. Because Barton's saying y'all finna get chopped. Dave's willing to help with the chops. This is, I don't know. You guys got yourselves in trouble here. We got too many people wanting to fight you guys now. And here we go. Now we got Matt also saying my guys, but then also we're gonna run one day. Everyone wants to fight you guys.
It's definitely.
I find how rewarding that everybody. I find that rewarding.
At the same time.
Yeah, because it clearly doing something right where they want to be able to get in the ring and dance with us. And trust me when I tell you, we are at the point where we feel like a good amount of it.
At the end of the day, we don't pick the car. We're ready, no matter what.
Got you. So now let's talk about this because you mentioned it earlier. Let's talk about that list because we're talking about people wanting to fight you guys, but I know there are people that you guys want to face. So let's talk about that. Let's show this great list right here. Again, we had to go to the socials. We have to do the research here. So look at that. Already on the top. A team you guys have gotten to face. You guys recently again to put that out there at Battle Club X, the Scotta Ricans. We got Fight or Die on there. Two guys I know very well, Project Mayhem on there. You got Prolific, you got the main event, you got Federated, you got Akira and Masha on there, the Uptown Boys, which I know Matt's gonna respond to now that he sees this. We got the Gimmick Busters, and then we got the Hive. So let's start breaking this down little by little here, and just let's talk about this. That list. What you guys are looking to fight everyone, it seems.
It's a lineup.
It is, exactly.
All right, that's exactly. Especially me personally, Project and I go way back, and they're brothers to me at this point. And you know, me stepping away from them for a couple years and seeing how far they've come and being so proud of them, and you know, wanting to see, because for me, I feel like that's my litmus test. I feel like I have to catch those guys. Not like it's a competition or anything, but me personally, my competitive nature, I have to catch those guys. And you know, everything else, I'm like, oh my God, like Scotta Ricans, I want David knows go way back, and we've had plenty of matches with them so far, and I just want more. I want more, so much more.
And as far as he, I mean, whenever he wants to fight, I'm down to fight. That's the good, you know what I'm saying? So as far as, you know, him and Project Mayhem, I understand that, you know, they have their background, but I'm just down for whoever he wants to fight. And as far as, you know, like other teams, like Prolific, Auntie,
we love you.
But I was gonna say, like, I saw specifically it says Auntie and Wolf, and I'm like, yeah, y'all really just want pain. Like this list just goes, y'all going after Sammy, y'all going after Auntie. It's like,
my thing is, we want to hit. Exactly. You know, we want to be in there with hitters.
Exactly.
You know, so that's why when we say we want to hang with these guys, at the end of the day, this is a fight. Exactly. Let's fight. And let's have some fun, but let's fight. And I can't, and that's where I want to see where we're at. You know, if we can hang with them and fight with them.
Exactly. And those are the ones who they already proven that they can throw down. They proven that they can put in pain. So it's like at this point, we got to be able to see if we can take that beating and whatnot. What is it? Us growing pains. That it will be like the call. We have to go through pain. So why not just put a smile on our face? We want to go through it. Exactly. We want those problems.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's stupid or if it's incredibly bold, but that's just how we're functioning. That's how we function.
What doesn't gonna make us stronger?
Exactly.
There you go. Here we go. Look at that, Matt. Immediately, the chancla's in the chat there.
Let me see how far. Let me see. I'm gonna smack that chancla 450 dead center.
It's like go in the archives deep enough. You see a video of Auntie chopping a tear out of my face, and I'm not gonna hold you. I deserved it, but it's just like at this point, it's like I think I can handle it now. I can handle those chops.
There you go. There you go. So it's that little. Oh, here we go. Now Dave's saying. And I can't be too much to disagree with him because he says Akira and Masha are gonna kill you, and that is they're death dealers for a reason. That's what they do. They bring death to the door.
Listen, I look at death with a smile on my face.
Like I said, I'm any and everything. So
there you go.
Honestly, the way they feel that we're ready, never like I said, the ballroom.
Got you.
They feel like they want to take us and have a great dance with us. More than willing to go to any place, anytime.
Got you. And here we go. We got some of you guys have face. Look at that. He's talking a little bit of the trash here. We got Ray's in the chat saying, "I knew y'all was scared. It's a good thing though. Y'all smart." And then say it. He kept going though. He kept going. He said, "First dance, y'all got kicked out the ballroom, but anytime y'all feel like throwing on your dancing shoes, we glad to run it again." There you go.
Hopefully, we'll see you guys soon. Sooner rather than later.
Exactly.
We'll definitely show you guys that we're definitely not scared. Definitely not scared of the ball.
Never was.
Definitely, guys, anytime, anywhere again.
And
You got lucky. That's
yeah,
it.
that's all.
They're just lucky there was another team to draw us out, and then
That's all it was.
back to us and all.
That's all
That's
it
it.
was. But, I mean, you know, 2-on-2, mano y mano, Love Brothers versus Golden Glovers match. Yeah, I think if you was a smart betting man, you know what odds you need to put your money on.
There you go. Hey, and look at this now. Matt Awesome saying my batting average is crazy though. And then Dave saying he's not that type of Hispanic. You don't do baseball. Oh, okay, well.
I'm gonna take your Puerto Rican card away, Dave.
Oh man, it's okay. See, this is the thing though. This is what KJ does the baseball. Dave doesn't do baseball. That's what it is. That's their balance there. So,
and that's the thing. That is one thing about KJ. He is a Met fan.
Yeah, we managed to make Met fan. That's one thing we definitely take credit of. We made.
Oh man, look at that. He says you have bruh hush. There you go. You gotta love just the banter here. You gotta love the banter. Oh man, but let's keep it going because Ray's brought that up. You guys have done that dance with the Blood Brothers before. Let's talk about for you guys getting to go down to AWA. They're getting to do that. How has that been for you guys? Making your ways over there, even getting to be a part of. I was seeing a steel cage. How was that for you guys and that experience again? So young in your careers, getting to do some crazy stuff like that.
For that, it's all thanks to Coach Mike Law for actually trusting in us and bringing us down there. AWA has been great. They've been nothing but nice to us. They've, respected us. I've had actually my first singles match with Dave at AWA, which was, a great learning experience. And now that's just another, I guess, ballpark you could say that we can hone our talent and show people what it is that we can do. Because again, I want to go everywhere with this. Whether it is or not, we can do our thing up here. We can dance down there at Maryland as well, and make our names known there too.
Exactly.
The last time we were there, we got lots of love, and
exactly.
It's been nothing but love and respect for everyone out there, and we're looking forward to going back soon, hopefully, and hopefully taking those straps away from those Blood Brothers.
Exactly.
Because again, we got to be golden. We got to stay golden.
We always golden. Always golden. Exactly. And it's like the way the big, because once again, like a lot of appreciation and thanks to Coach Mike and Coach Steve, Uncle Steve, because it's more like the test that they give us that proves that if we're capable of handling these types of like trips and business trips and whatnot, as far as like they'll give us situations where it's like, okay, can you handle doing these running jobs here in the show at the home promotion? Can you handle doing referee jobs? Can you handle doing the ring announcing jobs? And then once you can prove that you can do that, and they show that okay, they can handle themselves. Okay, can you handle doing a show now? Now can you handle doing a show out of state? Can you do that by yourself without us being there with you? So it's more like a growing stage, and us just proving like, hey, like we're at that point where we can handle ourselves and carry ourselves to represent Fallout to the 10th degree and represent Battle Club and showcase our names outside of just New York and the tri-state area. The way I look at it is like the old school ways. It's just like taking over the territories. It's like we have New York here. We'll always have home. So we're not rushing to just take this over. We want to get our names out there outside of the state and like go to New York, go to Pennsylvania, go to Minnesota, places like that. Just make our names outside the state. That way, it's like it's more. It's just like a different lane in a sense.
It's also like reassurance that the fact that they trust us to do these things. It makes us feel like what it is. Yeah, we've been doing this for not as long as we want to be doing this so far, but at the end of the day, they are trusting us with this, so we do belong here. We have to trust in ourselves and trust in our ability that this is where we should be, and this is where we deserve to be as well.
And the training alone, like they believe in the fact that like they've trained us well enough to the point where we can handle ourselves with the best of anybody's promotion anywhere outside the state. That's another thing too. Like that's a testament to them and how they feel like we're trained well enough to handle big match situations anywhere else.
Gotcha. No, and again, it's showing that truly they've instilled that in you guys, not only through the training, but just those tips they give you and that learning environment you guys have there. Again, it's those perfect chefs in the kitchen. It's giving you guys the tools you need to now go off. And again, you guys are doing it even tomorrow. You guys will be doing it on your own. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. But before we get to that, I do want to get back here. Here we go. Look at that cameo from Money Morales himself. See this. This is what you gotta love. You never know who's gonna show up here. But look at that, Matt. Also continuing. Look, wait. Let me go to Dave's comment first, because Dave's saying I kicked his ass. The ref cheated though. Oh man.
I don't know about that, man.
Then look at that. See, and now Matt Awesome saying I do owe Bam a beatdown though. See, at this point, I feel like you just gotta mix the two teams.
Oh, why?
And maybe eventually we gotta see the Uptown Ricans. Maybe that has to be a thing. I don't know.
I mean, if they want to, Uptown Boys, Scoutery, Uptown Scoutery, however they want to about it, they want to smoke.
Because they're just keeping it going here. Like, look at this. Now they're calling you guys the semi-golden just because you got no gold right now. Now Dave's calling you the golden pendejos. This is not good. This is, oh man. Like we just
listen, it's all laughter now, but just wait till we scrap up. It's gonna be great.
And that's what we love to see. Again, it's all the antics, but once you're in the square circle, then it's a different story.
Exactly.
But here, see now Matt's saving himself though. He's saying all jokes aside, Fallout is the place to be. It really is. Again, you see it not only through the shows, you get to see through what Battle Club is as well, and just seeing the environment. It definitely is the place to be. You guys want to be there. And again, if you guys haven't already, make sure you get those tickets. July 29th, Jobber Slam 3, an event not only featuring it's Jobber Tears podcast, putting this together as well with Battle Club Pro, with Fallout Shelter. You guys are going to want to be there because, again, that environment, we've said it time and time again, just how insane it is to be there.
It's like it's its own universe. Its own vibe, everything. Like you just once you get there, you understand.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, and that's the goal. Being on Battle Club show, showing our talent there. That's the stage that we want to get at, and we're gonna work, going to show all you guys that is exactly where we belong. I can't wait to do that.
Gotcha. Hey, little by little, again, you guys are getting to show it more and more because we've seen it now. Again, if you guys haven't been, shame on you. You should be checking out Battle Club X. You guys are getting to see a lot of them in there. So definitely check out Battle Club X. See what these guys can do, especially why you're going to be seeing them very soon, especially a part of Battle Club Pro.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. And look at that now. We got Ray's coming back at you guys saying we really need to talk to your coach. Mike Law knows very well what happens when you run into blood territory there. Well, again, you guys are not. It's that learning environment. He guys has probably told you not to be scared of the Blood Brothers. He's known what it is to get in there, and he did very well on his own as well.
The thing he told us was to take it over. That's the mindset we have. That may be for now.
Yeah, we might be ruffling some feathers. We might be making some noise, but that's exactly what you should be doing.
Exactly.
If they're not talking to us, we're not doing our job.
Exactly. Looks like we got there.
Gotcha. Love to hear that. And look at that, Matt. Again, Matt Awesome, just keep it going. He says, Dave and I have teamed before. We can do it again. There we go. And look.
The fact that they got to leave their other partners to tag the face us, that makes me feel so special, man.
Now they're coming up with team names here. We got United Slippers in the chat. We got I feel like that's not PG to say on here. I'm not even gonna say it. This isn't a PG show, but I feel like somehow I'll get flagged for saying that on there, so I'm not gonna say it. I'll put Dave's comment because it's pretty nice to show, and again, it shows what the Fallout can do. Fallout saved my life, so it's always love. And again, we've said it time and time again here. It truly is a place where you get that true just love environment, that family environment, and you see it with every person we've had on from there, from just the Fallout Shelter itself, from Battle Club, you see just the true camaraderie and you see that family feel that is genuine as well. Because that's one of those where I hate to say it, I don't want to be negative, but you hear that term family a lot in wrestling, but it's far and few between when it actually you see it genuinely be there.
Exactly. You know, I can speak for that, especially with Dave. My first day, Dave was the first one to talk to me. You know, Dave was the first son, not like introducing names and like, yo, whatever you need, I'm here for you. And like, just seeing that, my first day was like, okay, this is a breath of fresh air, and I deserve, and you know, I should be here. You know, and since then, him offering extra, you know, like extra reps, and you know, being like, yo, I'm gonna be here on Sunday. You should come there, and him really conditioning me and blowing me up to fucking sorry. Oh my god. To
No, it's okay. You're able to curse. I just didn't want to say Matt's comment because there's certain things we can't say on here so we don't get flagged. But you can curse all around. It's all good.
but you know, for him to, you know, actually reach out and actually want someone else to do better, it was just okay. If he's doing that, and he's been here for so long, there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing that. You know, and and there's a reason why he is a captain of Fallout. You know, it's the reason why him and Kerr are captains, and there's a reason why we want them in the ring because they're the stepping stool. You know, they're where we want to be because they are captains.
Dave,
you know,
Dave, he's more like the big brother of Fallout.
He is.
He's like,
He
he's always gonna lend a helping hand, have an ear, and whatnot. Any advice, he'll tell you. Like, hey, I think this best works for you. And he's like, even to the point where it's like, yo, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I think this works for you. Listen, what you think about this? Like, I think you might. Oh, he's one of those guys where it's just like, even though he's grinding and he's putting in the work for himself and Kurt, he's making sure like, hey, you gotta put in the work too, man. He motivates us. And Kurt too. Kurt does the same thing. That's why Dave, like, brother, all the love, like he don't have to do what he does, but he just does it because genuinely he cares for everybody to want to just succeed.
Love it. Yep, we love to see that. And here we go. Now Dave saying, stop it. Love you guys. Oh, there you go. See, this is what we like. We like to see the camaraderie. But then Dave also might have just caused some more pain for you guys because he has put this comment first saying, Dominic De Niro, they calling you out. And I feel like he might have tagged him because not too soon after that, Dominic De Niro comments, who summoned me?
I mean,
and then
they put Big Bro on the list, so I'm already called out with Barton.
So there we go. We got Dom then saying, whenever you boys are ready to get thrown around like a couple dodgeballs, I'm game.
Listen, don't let us bring out the alter ego, the average Joes.
Exactly.
We definitely will.
Don't. Yes. Please.
And there we go. We got. I guess we're leaving Dave now. Dave says, I'm gonna head out. He's done. He's done his dirty work. He's gotten you guys into more fights here, and that's it. He got you guys set up for fight or die eventually now. So we might have to see that down the line.
We are gonna fight, and we might die, but it's okay.
We might,
but it'll be okay.
I mean, it's gonna take a lot for them to, for us to die. But if it gets there, if it happens, it happens.
Well, I hope not, because I don't want this to be the last podcast you guys do. I want you guys to come back. So let's hope you guys don't die. We won't. I'll talk to Dom and Barton and my boys. We'll see if I can get you guys at least like close to death, but not fully deaf there. We don't want to get you guys right there. So let's talk about this now. Like we said, tomorrow you guys are gonna be doing some traveling. You guys are going to Pennsylvania there. Talk to us about making your debut for RWA, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Renegade Wrestling Alliance in West Newton, Pennsylvania. Facing Ross and Son, the tag team that you're looking forward to facing, and haven't heard much about them, but looking forward to seeing what we can do with them. Hopefully hitting some bombs and making a splash there, and just like Bambino, another territory for us to stamp our name on, and another place so that we can hone our craft and be exactly who it is that we need to be, and take these next steps to face these tag teams that we feel like we should be in the ring with.
In order for us to prove that we are the best of the best, we got to go out to these other promotions.
We got to make these excursions
and and pretty much like face the best tag teams out of these other promotions. AWA, Blood Brothers, they're the champs. We got to go after them. RWA, who they giving us Ross and Son, but we're gonna also have to go after the best tag teams for them as well. Exactly. And it's like the way Fallout has it set up, it's like New Japan style system. Go out, make a name for yourself outside of the home, and then you come back better than ever, badass. Nobody can stop you. So that's just the way we're looking at it.
Gotcha. That's perfect. And again, that mentality, that style, I love it because it truly lets you, gets you, you get out of the home for a bit, you get out of the nest, and then you come back and show, hey, this is what I've done, and this is how I've represented truly. Because that's what it all is. It shows that. It shows every time you guys are out there, you guys are representing not only the coaches, but just the home for everyone there. So that's great to see.
Exactly. So then when we do that, and now we've proven that, we've gone to all the big best teams. Now it's time to come home and face all the best teams. As simple as that. That's what we learned. And that list that we put up, a lot of those teams are the best teams in this promotion and in Fallout.
At the end of the day, we gotta trust the process. And if this is the process, that's the process.
And
that's it. Don't complain. Don't put your head down. Just keep doing the work, and everything will come to you.
Got you. So now let me ask this because this is a question I usually ask early on, but we got into it. It's been great, so I want to make sure I ask it now for you guys, especially now the career so far. You guys have been doing it. You guys are making those waves. You're doing your excursions. For you guys now in your career so far, if it's happened yet, was there that moment where now you're in the business that you decide, you know what, this is it. This is truly what I want to be doing. This is where I made the right choice. We have to keep going here.
For me, it was my debut at the student show. Because for me, my family knows this. My family's always they've known like they've thought I was gonna grow out of it, and my mom was always like, "Are you gonna grow? He's gonna grow." I never did, and so for that show to have 25 of my family members there to watch me do it, and after I hit Sleepy Eddie with that slice of piazza from the corner, and just popping up and just looking and seeing all of them just go crazy, and that was the real moment for me. It's like, okay, this is it, because at the end of the day, wherever I go with this, how I see it, I just want a day. I just want a Saturday. I can do the 9 to 5 and then have a Saturday to go to. If that Saturday turns to Monday, turns to Tuesday, turns to whatever day, great. But at the end of the day, just me being in that ring, and now my family seeing it, that this is truly making me happy, it was the only thing I could have ever asked for. And that was the light bulb moment. That's like, okay, this is it. I'm performing in front of them. I'm showing them that this is what I want to do. And not only that, I'm not talking about it anymore, but I'm actually doing it. That was the thing for me. And that day is honestly one of the best days of my life. Bar none.
Gotcha.
And I mean, for me, it's pretty much hand in hand. It's like that first match, but it was like a culmination of all that leading into that. So like I said before, it's like when the school started like giving me tasks to do other things as far as like reffing, timekeeping, ring announcing and stuff like that. It was like, okay, this is leading up to something. And then when I finally had that first match, it was like, all right, this is it. This is it. Now there's no stepping back. Like once I took that first bump, I wasn't able to stop. I couldn't stop. Now it's just like, whatever happens, you got to go with it from here on in. And then pretty much once me and Lando decided, like, yo, what the ideas that we're coming up with is too good to just keep to ourselves. We have to be legit with this. That was like the stamp, in a sense. That was more like, all right, like you had your dream, I have my dream. We work together to get there together. Let's work together to get there and whatnot. Like we're both similar when it comes to like how we think and like what we're into and how we move. So it was more like, you know what, bro? Like this us together. We're stronger together than we are separated.
Again, we both come from team sports. Exactly. So that's it.
Really brought us like, together. baseball since I was 6. So like we had that mentality in sport. Your team comes first. Team. So the team is your family. Your family is your team. This then they've and him and all of them instilled that we're all family. He's my brother. At the end of the day, we're stronger together than we are separated.
Gotcha. There you go. And again, that answers my question there because I was gonna bring it up, but I feel like it's self-explanatory why the name the Golden Glovers comes. You guys have that love. You guys have that team mentality, that team sport mentality. There is no other way to show why you guys have become the Golden Glovers here and why you guys are again that setup man and that switch hitter. So
Yeah,
we
man.
love to hear
Yeah, again, like, it's just baseball has been in my blood forever. My uncle's been taking me to again. I've been suffering forever. All right, that's why I say I want one. All right, I,
it.
I was at Game 7 in '06 when Carlos Beltran struck out looking. I was there. I was crying as a fourth grader. I was crying, telling myself I would never watch baseball again.
I cried myself to sleep.
All right,
I cried myself to sleep.
the thing like this is you know we're again we're Met fans. We want to win. That's exactly what we're going to pick up. Unfortunately, we're going to pick up their slack.
Exactly. We're here to like the motivation and character build that they like they out as performers. Like we're gonna felt that felt that know how to express.
To this day. No, but
Hey, again, one of those things again, showing it builds that resilience, builds that hunger there. Unfortunately, the, the
It,
the team is making it more. The team is making you guys have more hunger, but hey, it shows you guys it's trust in the process.
that first chip we win is for the Mets.
always.
It's for the Mets. Simple as that. Dedicating that to the Mets.
That'll be the first time they see gold in a while, but didn't.
Oh.
Um, I had to. You guys threw shade on my Yankees earlier. I got to. But again, it's all love here. It's all love. And again, I thank you guys for joining me here. Before I let you guys go, I have to ask one final question. Though I know we're gonna have to bring you guys back eventually because there's a lot more we have to talk to, especially after you guys do win those first chips. We got to talk about it right after. So for again, now let's get into this. For Landon Hernandez, for Bam Collins, let's get into this. Let's talk about what is the end goal for you guys.
I don't know, man.
I mean, you ask me, the end goal, me and my brother both and it doesn't have to necessarily make it or making it on the if that is the case, then yes. But like he said, Saturdays turns into Mondays, Mondays turns into Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Best is it's what our hearts desire to go to. And if it means that we're successful in our minds going to Japan, going to Mexico, going to Canada, by all means,
Anywhere.
If that's what it is to show our success, that's the end goal. We just want to be successful.
I just want to be happy.
And yes,
At the end of the day, I want to be happy. I like a dream of mine far down the lines. Later on, after all this is said and done, I would love to open up a wrestling bar. Like that's a dream of mine. Just like having old school pay-per-views on and actually talking about things that I used to do, and that's already thinking about what it is after, because I know our bodies have, your bump card is so limited. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm not saying I'm nowhere, I'm anywhere close, way far, but just being realistic with yourself,
Gotcha.
and enjoying that, that this is a process and this is going to go up and down, but that's why I always say, trying to keep that little kid happy. At the end of the day, as long as I'm in a ring, as long as I'm training, I'm happy. That's it. As long as I can keep rolling around in there, I'll be good.
Gotcha. Again, you love to hear it. Again, it's one of those where I asked the end goal, but I know again, maybe by the next time we have this conversation, who knows? The conversation could switch the answer. But again, it's still to see. So thank you guys again for joining me here. But everyone watching, please Go make sure you're following these guys on all their social media. Go follow Casey on his Instagram right there. Bambino with a 0 right there for the O dot KC. Go follow him on Twitter there at KC underscore Bambino there. Go follow Lando on his right there. You found Lando on Instagram at You Found Lando on Twitter. Also, if you guys can find it as well, the Golden Glovers have accounts as well. Go follow those as well. Want to make sure we get everything in there. Everything will be in the description down below. All the links, you can go follow them. And like I said, go continue to support the Fallout Shelter Battle Club Pro. Be there July 29th. It's going to be truly a movie. It's going to be a party. It's going to be everything. So come be a part of that as well for Jobber Slam 3. Guys, thank you so much for joining me again. This has been a pleasure. Glad we could finally do it. It's everyone watching. Thank you guys for supporting. And as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.